Welcome back. Well, between 1904 and 1908, tens of thousands of Nama and Herero women, men and children were systematically killed under German colonial rule in what is widely recognized as the first genocide of the 20th century, as we mentioned earlier as well. And for decades, the cries of justice and recognition were ignored. But today, the descendants of those victims continue to demand accountability, reparations, and a future built on truth and restoration. This year, May 28th, has been formally recognized as Genocide Remembrance Day in Namibia, a solemn occasion not only to mourn the past, but also to reflect on the path forward. I'm now joined this evening by Maria Katjaita, Senior Counselor of the Maharero Royal House from the Okandjoze Chiefs Assembly. Madam Katjaita, good evening and thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening. But now I can really not hear you very clearly, so please speak a bit slowly.
All right, I will do so. Well, as we know, May 28th, which is today, is now marked as the official Genocide Remembrance Day. So what does this date mean to the Nama and Herero communities? And in your opinion, how should the nation reflect on it?
I think for us, what happened today, the Genocide Remembrance Day, that was, acknowledged by our government and made a national remembrance day for the whole Namibian nation. For us, it's really a matter of success. We have succeeded in what we wanted. We asked our government for this day to be acknowledged officially as a Genocide Remembrance Day. And
yes, ma'am.
Oh, I should continue.
No, it's fine. Talk to us about the role that government, the Namibian government should play in ensuring that, this Genocide Remembrance Day is more than just a symbolic gesture, but also part of a broader commitment to justice and reparation.
Sure. I didn't get you clearly. Okay.
Okay, let me just repeat the question for you, no problem. I was asking what you think the Namibian government's role should be in ensuring that today, Remembrance Day, is more than just a symbolic gesture, but also part of a broader commitment to justice and reparations.
Okay. If I got you clearly, then I think the Namibian government should fairly support the descendants of the victims of genocide, and those are the Namas and Hereros. But when we are talking about the Hereros, then we also refer to the Banderos, because historically you cannot really make a difference between these two. They are one family. They are children from the one mother, father, and so on. And I believe the Germans would not even have made a difference. They could also not make any difference between the two. So what I mean then is government should fairly support the descendants of the victim of genocide. And also, in what way should they then support us? Financially and otherwise. And the Namibian government should also not really shy away from engaging the community in identifying, for example, places of historical significance, for them to be recognized as monuments, and also to be recognized, and so that they can be so that they can also, for example, erect monuments and all kinds of things.
Well, on the mention of monuments, beyond the financial compensation, what steps do you believe should be taken to preserve the memory of the genocide and ensure historical justice for future generations?
I could also not get you.
No problem. I'll repeat the question for you. I was asking, beyond the financial compensation, what steps can be taken to preserve the memory of the genocide and to ensure historical justice for future generations?
I don't know whether I really got you clearly, but I think what I heard is that, my understanding of your question is that the Namibian government should engage the communities, these where the descendants of the victims of genocide, in creating, for example, appropriate syllabi in teaching the Namibian young people and about the genocide, so that they will be aware what really happened to their ancestors and so on. So this syllabus or the education to our young people, or to anyone who is also not really aware of what really happened during the 1904-1908 genocide. So the education then, for me, the syllabus would be developed for grade 1 or from a very young age to the university level.
Well, just lastly, Madam Katjaita, as descendants of the victims, what message would you like to share with the world on this day, on May 28th? And what does true justice look like for your people today?
I did not get you clearly. I don't know, your phone is not clear at all.
All right, I'll try my best to speak a bit louder. I was saying, just lastly, as we conclude our conversation, what message would you like to share with the world on this day, May 28th?
I think the world should come to our rescue by providing services that will shield our struggle for restorative justice, and also, for example, ensure true justice for women to pay reparation, and specifically reparation that is directed to reclaiming our ancestral lands, reparation of our cultural architects, and also restoration of the dignity of our society, with sensitivity, for example, to mostly gender restoration from genocidal dehumanization. Because our women were raped and all these things and so on. So somehow, somewhere, they need to be sharpened.
Madam Katjaita, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That was Maria Katjaita, Senior Counselor of the Maharero Royal House from the Okandjoze Chiefs Assembly, speaking to us there on the line. It's almost time to say goodbye, but not quite. We'll be right back.